do you think you did well at Tim Pool's thing? I want to do like a full-on talk through of that on Monday. I think I'll wait till Monday to do that. My brief thoughts are, I thought the first part was really strong. The second part, I don't know how to tell people, like, I just don't care about your personal stories. I don't know what to say to that. When somebody starts going on and on about, like, their personal experiences, like, I just... feels like you unironically just need to equip your own set of even more damning, even worse anecdotes. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But the problem is, like, I can't give, like, oh, well, I used to work at the Daily Caller, right? Like, one thing, and then there were a couple things that... The problem, too, is that I didn't know we were going to be talking about going in. I asked them the day before. I was like, oh, like, what's the topic list? And they're like, oh, well, we just do, like, current events. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what the that means. Which sucks, too. Because there are a couple things that I think he was super duper wrong about. When I made him read quotes also was wrong. Like the Fauci thing he was super wrong on. The Flynn thing he was super wrong on it. I was pretty sure that I knew, but the problem is that like I know that he's probably been like obsessively covering it. So I didn't want to like be ultra wrong. But I was almost positive that he was so wrong about that Flynn shit. But I didn't want to say, it's like, man, he's been covering this obsessively. There's no way that, maybe I like misread something. Like the idea that Flynn just got ambushed by the FBI and they're like, hey, what's up, dude? Want to have a hot chocolate and answer a couple questions? That is not what happened. They literally asked him if he wanted a lawyer before he came in, and like, oh, me, dude. That Flynn was so wrong, and I didn't feel confident like calling it out there. I also don't know as well like how to do like ridiculous lies. Like this idea that like Trump was lied to and didn't know how many troops we have. I don't know what else to say besides he is the commander-in-chief. Like, what do you mean Trump was lied to? Bush and Cheney literally set up their own side organization to get, like, unvetted, like, personal intel, like, from different organizations. Like, you're telling me that Trump has, like, one fucking guy that talks to him about troops in Syria and he can't find out, like, what's going... No fucking... That was so... I wanted to just scream at how stupid that was, but I didn't know how to say it cordially, other than to keep saying, like, dude, he's the commander-in-chief. Like, if there's one fucking thing that Trump knows about, it's gonna be the military, you know? But, yeah. Have you respectful when you try to get him to understand why you feel the way you do about anecdotes or public? Maybe. Are you gonna go over the entire podcast on stream? Yeah, I probably will. I don't know what he said publicly. So I don't want to say anything. There's maybe a chance or a good chance or some chance. I'm not sure that I might be invited back soon for another event, which would be fun, but we'll see. One thing that I fucking hate so much, and Melina noticed this fucking immediately, and it's embarrassing to me. Right-leaning people, conservatives, are so fucking friendly and cool and chill in real life. And left-leaning people are like miserable fucks with sticks up their asses all the time. And it really hurts. It really makes my side look fucking horrible. If you have ever had the opportunity to be around like fucking like redneck, white trash, fucking whatever people, they're usually super duper fucking friendly people. They're usually ultra chill. They're usually really fucking friendly. Like they're just usually like chill people. And fuck, it hurts how much left-leaning people are such assholes. Fuck. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I don't know. People are saying when you're white. I thought about that. I actually, because I was repeating this because I was talking to Bose a couple days ago about this. And I gave that caveat to her where I was like, well, maybe not to you, I guess, because you're black. But she even said, because she's from another state, I don't know if she's ever said where she's from, but she's from another state. She's like, nah, actually, even for me, like, usually, like, fucking conservative, like, redneck dudes are usually, like, pretty fucking friendly compared to, yeah, left-leaning people are just fucking dicks, dude. Fuck. But, I mean, I guess it's possible that depending on what you do, like, if you try to take their meth away from them, a white guy might have... I'm just kidding, sorry. Okay, dude. It comes more from the self-righteousness and the lefty... Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Probably a big reason for this because many leftists are socially awkward, maybe. Will you admit that you were wrong about the Bolivian coup? Oh, you mean the coup that happened when the president guy asked the Supreme Court or whatever for a third term, and then they said no, and then the guy did and then the guy tried to do a referendum for a third term, and the people voted no, and then he changed the composition of the court, and then he asked again, and then they said they'd give him a third term. And then that guy, they got chased out. And then when the coup came in, they held democratic elections. And then they voted back in the Morales party. That coup? That was a huge coup, my dude. Yes. Or no, wait. This was Venezuela. What happened in... no, wait. This was Bolivia. Bolivia was Evo Morales. Venezuela is Maduro. And the Maduro one, you can actually argue, maybe possibly, was more of a coup. Because Because the Venezuela one, we were trying to recognize and support a leader that declared himself the leader that wasn't. But what are you going to do? A lot of leftists constantly want to jump in and correct you in conversations, I find, while right-leaning people just don't care unless they're branded QAnoners, maybe. I feel like there's a need to explain to some people why it is that changing the court suits your party, because the same people are missing the coup. I don't know. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Do you think there's any way to criticize Trump without righties accusing you of having Trump derangement syndrome? I mean, righties have Trump derangement syndrome, dude. These people are obsessed with him. He's like a fucking god emperor, dude. Did you read any of the dank comments on the Tim Pool video? I sure did. There were some good-ass comments, my dudes. What was your goal with the Tim Pool debate? Well, initially, I just wanted to not let anybody both sides. People that try to say the Democrats and the Republicans are the same trigger the fuck out of me. I felt like I did an okay job with that. I just get bogged down in the middle when we started talking about, like, his personal stories with, like, media. Like, I don't know what I can say about... Like, well, if you're telling me you worked for ABC and they gave these orders out, well, like, fuck, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to say. I have to think about that more, I guess. I don't know. But we'll go through the entire thing. I think on Monday when I get back, we'll go through the entire thing. Also, you need to be able to do live fact-checking? Yeah, maybe. Wow, the DJ. Just saying good morning. It goes so fucking far with so many people, yet that really happens in big blue cities. See a redneck at a gas station, though, and they'll usually wave and greet you. Wow, thanks, the DJ. Welcome to the Tier 4 Super Clever. How can you say lefties are dipshits, but you yourself are a lefty and a dipshit? You treated Tim Pool unfairly? I think that I struck a really good balance of being pretty challenging to Tim Pool, but being pretty cordial. I don't think I ever got into name-calling or, like, a screaming match or anything with Tim Pool at all. But I think I, like, stuck up for what I believed in, like, pretty hardcore, at least in the first hour, I think. But the getting really bogged down in his stories about, like, ABC and shit, I don't know what I'm supposed to say about that. And also, like, when somebody, like, he had two huge admits, too, that, like, we could have argued harder on, but it would have been, like, very philosophical. When he says that, like, I would, he said that, like, I only vote on issues that matter to me. I don't vote for other people, which is kind of a questionable thing. Or you could fight on that. And then, like, critical race theory was the most important thing. Like, I don't know. You think he only wants in-person interviews because he gets the advantage of looking shit up on the spot? I don't know. The thing is, I can understand why you'd want to do, like, in-person interviews. It's easier to control the studio setup and everything. But I can also understand people not wanting to travel and shit. Like, you can do it online, but I don't know.
So here is, I guess Destiny went on Tim Pool's show. Did he go in studio? Good for him. He has no family.
No fear of COVID.
No fear of COVID. So Destiny was on Tim Pool's show, and I saw a bunch of clips, and you know, Tim was having a little bit of a tough time, I think, with Destiny a little bit. This guy's real name is Stephen Bonnell, and he is
doxed.
He's a Twitch streamer. I've been on a show with him, but I don't know if it was his show or it was like he had another podcast or something. But here he is. Tim Pool is trying to argue that what Trump is doing is completely normal. Completely normal.
There was a whole lot of the Hillary can still win stuff. And
Hillary conceded the next day.
But
it's absolutely not even remotely similar.
It's remotely similar.
Not
I would say it's
maybe
not,
like
it's
the
not
way
the
that
thing.
Antarctica is remotely close to like Pluto.
Do you see the videos of celebrities saying the Electoral College must vote for Hillary Clinton?
Do you think there's a difference?
Well, I'm sorry,
between,
they didn't say that.
Do you think there's a difference between celebrities saying something and the president of the United States trying to undermine the election? That's why I think these aren't
undermine?
remotely similar. Yes, undermine.
See, that's framing.
Well, it's when you say so. In
Legally
2016, Trump said millions of illegals voted. He started that with no evidence. That's undermining the integrity of our election. And then in 2020, he's saying that there was widespread election fraud that literally no agency, no other credible person has backed up, save for the melting head of Giuliani. Like no one else is backing up on this. His own DHS turned on him on this with his own appointee. His own attorney general, the sword and shield,
What did he say?
Barr, came out and said that as of right now, there is no evidence of widespread election fraud.
Wait, there's more to that quote.
Wait.
The more to that quote was enough to overturn the results of any election.
Right. And there was actually no evidence of any election fraud. They just keep saying no evidence of widespread election fraud.
Sam Seder is the only guy I like on this show, okay? I don't know who these other two are. Thank God Jamie's not here right now. Thank the fucking Lord Jesus Christ, because I'd lose my mind. Sorry, hold on. I'm jerking myself off.
Just to cover
I don't care about the donkey thumbnail thing. I don't know why everybody's so obsessed with that, but thank you.
Themselves in the event that somebody finds election fraud, but no, there's been no evidence now 5 weeks out of election fraud. But I love how the fact that like Pool is like, you're using an adjective.
Okay, hold on. I'm reading Sam Seder's chat on me now. 1 second. So I'm seeing my name brought up a lot. Destiny. Ugh. This chat hates Destiny. Destiny is the left Ben Shapiro. Destiny is suicidal. Destiny is an omni-lib Pepe La. Destiny loves Kyle Rittenhouse. Ew, Destiny sucks. Destiny liked the one time that Asian doctor got beat up and dragged off a flight. I did. Destiny got early destroyed in this debate. Destiny's a masochist. Destiny's a total neolib and annoying, but I'm sure he's smarter than Tim Pool. Thanks. Destiny is cool. He dunks on the alt-right. Tim was left of Destiny on foreign policy. Okay. Destiny likes him young. You didn't hear that from me. Nice. Autumn Leaves. That's a mod in their chat. Good one. Let's see. Wow. Is Destiny going to demolish Tim Pool? Why would anyone listen to Pool? I can't figure that out. This Destiny guy is dunking Tim Tool. Cool. Stay away from Destiny crew. He's actually disgusting. Did you see Demon Mama rip Destiny? Tim asked Destiny if he was a cuck, though. That was funny. Okay.
To describe what Trump is doing. That's not right.
Yeah. I mean, it's just nitpicking, just one thing. Because, look, Destiny, I guess that's his name right there. I didn't know. I was unfamiliar with who that is because I'm old at heart. But did a really good job there. But it shows how refreshing it is when you actually get a right winger to have a dialogue one-on-one with these fact patterns, because it's so overwhelming that all Pool can do is just pick a tiny crumb off of this cake of an argument and say, see here? No. Like, you're ignoring everything else. And it's so glaring.
He was like, Pluto. I'm not sure if that's still a planet. And yeah, Antarctica. Like, yeah, he's it's fun. I love watching these guys go one-on-one. And yeah, let's just be honest though. This week has been that week where the page, I think, has turned, and it's all just, I think it's just fun from here on out, because DHS coming out against election fraud was huge. That's how the week began. And now we just get to keep watching these crazy.
Imagine thinking that we got the Department of Homeland Security only exists because like 3,000 people died one day. No offense to the people dead on 9/11. It sucks if you died. But like, in one day, 3,000 people died, and we got a whole reformation of parts of the government. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement was created and took over some of the old like immigration jobs. The Department of Homeland Security was created. And now we're losing like 3,000 people a day, and it's like, sucks to suck, I guess. Jeez. You seem to agree with a lot of statements about Obama's administration being bad, especially foreign policy. As someone who knows nothing, was this accurate? It's hard. The problem is that like, foreign policy is really hard, and I don't want to. I'm very scared with somebody like Tim. I don't know how many random, obscure little facts he might know that I'm not going to know. And when I step into that arena, it opens itself up to a lot. Like, I think I have a good understanding broadly of the situations in the Middle East over the past, like, I'd say like 15-ish years. I feel like I have a decent understanding, but there's so many things happening that I'm really scared of, like, getting Ryan Dawsoned, where like one random shit comes out and he's like, well, actually, didn't you know that like the general of like the ex-general of Iraq's like army actually reported that in, you know, Syria there were 400 CIA troops at blah blah blah. It's like, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. And now it just looks like I'm fucked. Why didn't you talk with Ian about drugs? Because I didn't want to get into like a huge fucking like 2-hour drug talk either. Technically, if you want to get super fucking into the weeds on foreign policy, if you want to get like really anal about it, like really hardcore about it, because technically the reason why we started drone striking was because it was superior to having troops on the ground like indiscriminately bombing the shit out of everything. Like, technically it's obviously not good to be killing people, but it's better than what we were doing before. But yeah, I don't know. It was so annoying when he said, well, there's evidence, but evidence isn't proof. Oh, sure, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if people didn't tear into him when he said, I literally don't care about other people when talking about healthcare. Oh, yeah, maybe, yeah, I don't know. What are you going to do? As a Libyan, I am a bit confused about what you guys think of us. Are there Americans that actually argue about whether or not Gaddafi attacked Libyan's human rights? I think Tim Pool mentioned that. Yeah, that was about to go into a Dawson shit, and I did. Because my understanding of Libya is super duper 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 broad. Destiny, that pipeline thing he said was complete bullshit, by the way, and the exact same conspiracy that Ryan Dawson. I know, I've heard of the pipeline thing. Like, the thing is, it wouldn't surprise me if people have considered it or talked about it, but there's no way that building that pipeline was like a prime directive for why the U.S. was doing anything in Syria. But like, the problem is he only has to bring up like 1 or 2 names, and like, I'm gonna get fucked in that debate because I'm not gonna know every fucking random thing. But like, I don't think anybody credible asserts that like the U.S. is in Syria in 2013 because of some fucking pipeline between Qatar and fucking Turkey, you know. But in Libya, I'm pretty sure it's like agreed upon. Like the UN and everybody was saying that like Gaddafi was fucking people over. I don't think he used. I might have said he used chemical weapons. I don't think he used chemical weapons, but Gaddafi was like fucking torturing and murdering tons of fucking people in Libya. I'm pretty sure it's part of the reason why. Well, I'm sure there are other reasons too. Probably more in line with like U.S. loyalties and shit. But then he hit me back with the like, do you believe the UN? What the fuck am I supposed to say to that? Like, okay. And in Syria, Assad used chemical weapons 100%. Yeah, I know that now. But the only reason why I know that for the Syria stuff is because you have to read a lot of shit to get through that. Like, the Syria chemical weapons shit is complicated. But there was like a lot of independent research and everything. And I remember Dawson was bringing up some documents that like challenged it. But like, yeah, those types of like conspiracies are so hard to if you don't know everything going into it. Like, fuck, dude. Yeah. Who is Dawson? Ryan Dawson is some crazy conspiracy dude that just focuses on foreign policy and shit on YouTube. So if someone says, wow, Obama bad because of drones, you got to just say, would you rather boots on the ground? I don't, it's hard. Foreign policy is very hard. I tried to express that to Tim at the end. Like, the problem is you can't just leave places, right? Like, let's say, for instance, that America, we're done. We're pulling out of everything, okay? Troops are out of fucking Afghanistan. Troops are out of fucking Syria. Troops are out of fucking Iraq. Troops are out of fucking, we're not bombing Yemen anymore, okay? Let's say that theoretically, let's say that we do that. We just leave, okay? Everything is gone. Let's say that in some theoretical world, so Kabul falls to the Taliban, okay? Afghanistan is fucked. Let's say that in Iraq, the influence of Iran and Syria, overcome whatever U.S. allegiance they had in the area. So now you have this united, on the map, it would be Syria, Iraq, and Iran are all now united and love each other. Let's say that Yemen, I say Yemen falls, but let's say Yemen is taken over again by the Iran loyalist government. Is it Hamas or Hezbollah units that are down in Yemen? I always get it mixed up with the people in Palestine. The name is it, or it might be the Houthis. I'm sorry, the Houthis. But I know that like. I know that there are other Iran loyalist factions over in like Lebanon and Palestine as well. The problem is that when the U.S. pulls out of this, is Hezbollah in Lebanon? Where's Hezbollah? Hamas is in Gaza. Okay, Hezbollah is in Lebanon. Houthis in Yemen. Yeah. So let's say that the U.S. leaves all of these places, and now you get all of these Iranian loyalist kind of groups set up everywhere, right? They may just say, who cares, and fuck the Middle East. Well, sure, let's say that happens, right? So now we have a map where Lebanon, Palestine, and then you've got Syria, Iraq, Iran, and then we go south across the Strait of Hormuz. You've got Yemen now, are all loyal to Iran. The Gulf states are about to get fucked, okay? And so is Israel as well, all right? When U.S. allies in the region are starting to get fucked, well, what do you do now? Are we going to stop selling weapons to them as well? Is that something we're going to do too? Like, let's say that we say, like, okay, well, we really want peace in this region, so we're going to stop selling weapons to you too. Well, now they're ultra fucked. And then do you start, what's going to happen at this point, right? Do the Gulf states start to fall to Iranian influence, to Russian influence? Do they start to draw up deals with them instead of the United States? Is all of OPEC threatened? Is oil stability in the Middle East or for Europe? Like, there's so much bad shit that could theoretically happen. People just act like, Destiny is straight up saying we can't stop raping brown people in the Middle East for oil and minerals. Glassbell, there are so many really good streamers on this website that will give you the 1 IQ takes. Check out Asan stream, check out Mike from not that one anymore. There are a ton of other lefty streams here. If you want to get like really strong foreign policy takes like America bad, there are so many good streams now on this website that will give you that. They weren't here 4 years ago, unfortunately, but thank God today, man, you can find so many horribly reductive analyses on U.S. foreign policy. Go for it, dude. Have fun. But yeah, it's rough. Okay, all I'm saying is that it's rough. The idea that like we can just leave all of these theaters and let them fall to whoever's fighting on the other side. Yeah, I don't know. Destiny, who the fuck cares about the Gulf states? We should only care about Israel. Well, we do care about the Gulf states. Saudi Arabia, these are all like pretty close allies to the United States. Like whether you like it or not, like they're trading partners. We like oil and shit is important to the world, not just us, but to our allies in Europe as well. The true foreign policy is that the U.S. should try to ally with Iran because they are by far the most educated and least regressive Middle Eastern country. True! The ultra black-pilled, the purple-pilled, give me another color, the green-pilled, the omni-pilled take was building relationships with Iran through that fucking nuclear deal, easing sanctions, and getting a generation of Iranians that don't fucking hate the United States. Because being closer to that country and then trying to arbitrate some agreement between them and fucking Saudi Arabia or the UAE or Qatar or all the other fucking countries in there, that would have been the based Omar. I don't know if these countries matter, but like, especially between Saudi Arabia, that would have been like the base shit forward. But do you think there will ever be a point where the U.S. Should just cut its losses and leave? No, you can't just cut your losses and leave. You can't do that. No, there's way too much investment. Can you explain what was wrong with the Iraq War? I don't even know why the fuck we were in Iraq. I have no fucking idea. Saddam Hussein was crazy, but he kept shit in check for us. I don't know what our incentive was. I don't know why Bush and Cheney wanted Saddam gone. Irk or Yankee? Do you guys know? I actually have no fucking idea. Bush and Cheney knew there weren't WMDs, so we didn't go there for WMDs. They invaded Kuwait. That was the first Gulf War, or second Gulf War, technically. But, like, we were in Iraq because Saddam was crazy. I don't think we cared about that. He was loyal as fuck. We did find WMDs. We found, like, some bullshit, like, fucking 10 years later, my dude. I don't think... The intelligence community legitimately believes Saddam had WMDs. I don't believe that's true. Powell believed it 100%. I don't believe that's true. I'm almost positive that's not true. I am positive that's not true. They did not believe that at the time. They wanted to show they did... Okay, never mind. I don't know. This year, wrong. It was intelligence failure. We were under the impression there were WMDs, which is why we went in. There's a combination with neoconservative ideological proclivities, essentially clinched. Okay, Irk. So I guess I trust you on this. My understanding was that the intelligence agencies were not united around the idea that there were WMDs in Iraq. That just was not true. My understanding was that the only reason we got that from intelligence was because Bush and Cheney set up the Office of Special Plans or whatever to get unvetted intelligence into that office that hadn't been verified by anybody or contextualized. And that was the way that they manufactured the idea that there were WMDs in Iraq. But that the broader, like the CIA didn't believe that there were WMDs in Iraq. That was my understanding. That just wasn't the case. There wasn't a broader intelligence consensus on that. Destiny, this is a literal lefty propaganda you are spewing. Wait, what are you talking about? The Office of Special Plans, which existed from September 2002 to June 2003, was a Pentagon unit created by Paul Wolfowitz and Douglas Feith and headed by Feith, as charged by then U.S. Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld to supply senior George W. Bush administration officials with raw intelligence, unvetted by intelligence analysts, pertaining to Iraq. A similar unit called the Iranian Directorate was created several years later. Do you think this is all lefty propaganda? I don't know. Destiny, I understand that this is the common take, but the reality is extremely complicated. There's a great short book called Why Intelligence Fails by Robert Jervis that goes over this with access to all the relevant documents. Basically, Saddam thought we had gotten everything we wanted. It was bluffing to shore up support at home and deter Iran. He thought we'd know, we didn't, and that in combination with poor analytics resulted in the impression. What U.S. military interventions would you say is actually justified? It seems like these interventions usually don't go well. It depends. I don't know. My history's bad. Bosnia was really important. That was a Chad U.S. moment, I think. But, yeah, I don't know.
Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed.
You're just wrong, dumb, and white.